Thank you for joining us. It's Politics Today on Channels Television. The opposition party APC across the nation are having tough times setting up its leadership in the state, from Ondo to Kwara State and in Ogun State, where we have violent reaction from supporters. Gatherings of party members in the state are being disrupted over and over again. The latest had supporters injured and were taken to the hospital for treatment. What could be responsible for the violence over agreeing on who to lead the party in the state? Joining me now, a former deputy governor under Chief Segun Oshoba and a former commissioner in the state and a 7th senator of Ogun East Senatorial District, Adegbenga Kaka. Thank you for joining us on Politics Today.
Thank you very much.
Before we move too far, your party in APC, I mean, considering the legacy parties, the CPC, the defunct CPC, the defunct ACN, the defunct ANPP coming together, we understand that it might be difficult to agree on who leads the party, but it appears things are turning too violent. People are now injured and in the hospital. What do you think is the cause of this situation?
Well, thank you very much. You are not far from the truth, because within a week, lives of many people have been put online. It was first on January 9th, 2014, and again last Thursday. It was a close shave. So, but for God's intervention, maybe many people will have gone to the grave. But to answer your question directly, it is a situation whereby a mansion is built and you have a dangerous reptile creeping in, like you have a snake in the roof. So the question is, we don't want to lose the house, and yet we want the snake out. So we have to be very tactful. But why we are saying that maybe we can tame the reptile is becoming wild and wild and wild. So we are still resolute that if we can tame, then we can come together as a family and still move the party forward.
What I mean, why is it difficult to agree on who to lead the party in the state? It's obvious that there is a natural leader of the party in the state.
The constitution is so clear. There is no provision in the APC constitution where the governor is designated as the leader of the party. The governor is supposed to be busy with the governance, the administration of the state. Then the party machinery, as provision, the leader, the national leader, except we want to deceive ourselves, it's not issue of talking of faction or no faction. So if he is the national leader, then we should all come under. But not even under him. We should wait until we have chairman. When we have the executive in the state, they will direct the affairs. But in the process of putting that one in place now, some people felt that they can just hijack the party and put it in their pocket as their personal property. And we are saying, no, this is a mass movement. This is a party meant for the grassroots and could not be pocketed by anybody. So if at the end of the day we go into Congress or Congresses, and for whatever reason, any group or any faction, anybody, imagine, we will respect him.
So there is distinctly now that there are two factions in the party now in Ogun State. There is the Oshoba faction.
No way. There is no Oshoba faction. What we are having is APC intact as a party. But I mean, I don't need to deceive you. I don't need to deceive the people. Right from the inception, right from ACN, we have what they call SIA. SIA is not a party. SIA is not, it may be a group within the party, but it's not a party.
But who do you think is responsible or behind the violence that we saw on some of the supporters of which you belong to?
You must have read the submission of the people that were on ground at Itori. It was established beyond reasonable doubt that it's the governor's men that were responsible. There's no point shying away from that.
Do you think he's aware of that?
He must be aware.
Really?
I can tell you the first attack, the police that were brought to the party secretariat, they were providing cover for the hoodlums. And by the time we came to that party secretariat and Chief Olusegun Oshoba was addressing the people, some people came from the government to direct the police to move away.
But the police
and go to the office.
The police, PRT and the CP in the state have come out to say even their men were affected by that situation. The government we're talking about was in Lagos at the time when this situation happened.
It doesn't require somebody to be physically present.
Why would your party be splitted in this manner? I'm
telling you that as far as we are concerned, we are not split.
So you guys do not agree with the leadership of Ibikunle Amosun in the state?
We are not averse to his leadership. All we are saying, let there be inclusiveness. Let everybody be carried along. And if you are not carrying anybody along, provide a level playing ground for everybody.
All right, just a moment.
For example,
just a moment. Just hold that thought. Let's allow someone else to wade into the discussion via telephone. I have another leader of a party joining me from Abeokuta on the phone to tell us what he feels the situation is and what you think is the cause of the program. Thank you for joining us. If you can hear us, Mr. Balogun from Abeokuta in Ogun State. Tell us, you've heard the senator speak about the situation that led to the violence on some of the supporters of your party. What is your take on the situation at the moment? All right, I have understanding that Mr. Babatunde Ipaye's the line is cut now, but we'll later reconnect with him to get his views on this situation. But let me come back to you, Senator. You said that there is no inclusiveness in the party. Correct. In your state. But okay, all right, I understand. Just a moment. Oh, that let's allow him. We've reconnected with Mr. Babatunde Ipaye from Abeokuta. He's the leader of APC in the state. Thank you for joining us tonight on Politics Today. Fill us in on what do you think the crux of the matter is in the party at the moment. The party seems to be divided across faction lines. We obviously heard that there is an Ashoba faction and there is an Amosun faction. The senator has disagreed on that. But what do you think the problem really is?
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, for having me on the line. Once again, my name is Dr. Babatunde Ipaye. I'm leader of the APC in Ogun State, particularly in the Boy Senatorial District. Let me start by saying that what happened last Thursday is unfortunate. It is condemnable. It is unacceptable. And I'm very happy that the police in the state is already investigating the case. Let me also reiterate that just last Monday, His Excellency the Governor of Ogun State told the party faithful that while he takes responsibility for what may happen in the party, he stated clearly that nobody that supports him should support any form of violence in Ogun State. Let me also say that from whatever we are seeing, there's a possibility that what happened last Thursday is a genuine attack. And this genuine attack will come from the angry supporters of the party or a resistance to those who have come from Abuja to fester themselves on the people of the state. It can be an exaggerated response. It can actually be state managed or attention-seeking arrangement. And I'll give you just one example. A week ago, there were 2 meetings in Ijebubu, my hometown, the same time as Senator Kaka, my brother and my friend. And when the senator reported what happened on his Facebook page. He said there were 7 armor tanks in Ijebubo. That was present in Ijebubo when he had his meeting where I learned about 72 people attended. And of course, the other meeting where the party leaders in the senatorial district, Senator Labi Ikejayi and Chief Oluwadebanji organized, we had over 7,000 of us in attendance. But the senator reported that there were 7 armor tanks. But in my town, there was just one APC station in Ijebubo, directly opposite Skybank. So if there was just one APC directly opposite Skybank, and the senator knows that before Senator became the governor, there were 5 bank robberies in Ijebubo. Now that he has become governor and peace has returned to Ijebubo, there has not been a single robbery. So the APC was calculated as 7 armor tanks. I think this is exaggeration. And if you continue to have things that come from that quarter, then you need to do a lot of credibility check.
All right. Mr. Babatunde Ipaye, let me quickly ask you before you move, before you go ahead. You heard the senator say that the attack on the supporters who happen to be to belong to his faction are being attacked by people from the side where you belong, that of the governor. How true could that be?
I know if you are telling me, I need to tell you that the governor has said there is no faction. I also have said there is no faction. And let me tell you that this is a paradox of a relationship between the conscienceless power and the powerless conscience. Now, what has happened is that some people that we have elected on the platform of the party, who are representative of the party at the national level, have disappeared and have not related with the party in the last 2.5 years. Coming down to say you want to have the ticket of the party, you really need to seek the mandate of the members of the party for the second time. You don't really need to put in the house that gave us the opportunity and the platform to win an election. And I feel the government should be left out of this. I think it's a state issue between those who have represented us outside of the state and those that have sent them to represent them. And they need to come back to the house and then join in the registration and let us do the congresses and let the majority win and then let's choose our representatives.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Babatunde Ipaye, for talking to us on the program tonight. We go on a short break, and when we return, I have Senator Adegbenga Kaka here, a former deputy governor of Ogun State and a 7th senator of Ogun East Senatorial District, and we are talking about the crisis in the leadership of the APC in the state. When we return, we talk more. Stay with us.